Here we go.
So good afternoon, Kim. How are you doing?
Not too bad, Chief. How are you? I know it's been busy.
It has been busy the last few days in particular, but we're managing. And
Hmm?
the reason I called you today, which by the way, today because everybody's having such a hard time remembering what day it is, it's Wednesday, April the 8th
Oh,
today.
yes. Yeah.
First, I want to start off by asking you if you can give me the latest update on what's happening in as far as COVID-19 and our health department.
Sure. So our health department here at Nipissing, we keep in touch with our local public health unit in a situation like this. So for the update for today, we've gone, it's holding at 7 cases in the area, 5 resolved, 1 in hospital now. So we know that we've got COVID in the area and that we have community spread. So I just think, part of that messaging when we talk about our updates here is for us to keep in mind all those key messages we've been trying to get out about keeping safe. So we want to make sure that along with that type of message, we send out and let people know, keep up with the washing of the hands, soap and water, 20 seconds, washing, do that as frequently as possible. Social, physical distancing, still maintaining that 2-meter separation, and really important, staying at home. Really stay home and stay safe. So that's a really big piece. This virus is very fast. It moves very quickly. And, the best thing we can do right now is we have to tackle it with public health measures. We don't have a vaccine right now, so it's public health measures. Once again, washing hands, staying safe, physical distancing. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. So we're still holding with that.
Okay, that's a good point because as you know, we're heading into a long weekend, Easter weekend.
Right.
And traditionally, a lot of our families enjoy that weekend to get together for, cooking fish or having turkey dinners or just spending family time. And, given that we're getting into the warmer weather and people are getting a little anxious and feeling cooped up, I think it's probably more important than ever that we continue even during this holiday weekend to abide by the precautions with social distancing and really try to avoid gathering, even if it's your family. Is that right?
Yeah, that's very, very much an important message to keep getting out there in the public. We really want to ensure that we don't lose track of this message. As I said, like the virus is very efficient, so people, even if they don't have symptoms, they can bring it into your house. So if you're in your household and gathering and having some visitors over, they may be bringing in this virus. If you're moving around the community, you could be spreading this virus. We really want to think about, who we're staying home for. That's a really key piece. So, reflecting on how we can think about those that we're staying home for, that we want to ensure that, as families and community, we're staying safe, and we are doing everything we can right now to slow and stop the spread of this virus. So certainly, as and that as you were talking about the public gatherings, that no more than 5. We're wanting people to stay in their households, and when we say stay at home and we talk about households, we mean staying in your own house. So not to be visiting others in their houses and homes. Just really trying to contain this 2 weeks ahead of us. That if we can push through with these public health measures and keep those up, that we could get on the best case scenario side of this. So certainly,
Yeah, so heading into this weekend, that's a very important message, to stay home, and we know it's a big ask to tell people not to have their family dinners as usual, but
right.
it's something that we have to do.
Yeah, very much so.
I was also approached, Kim, by a concerned parent. As you know, kids are not in school, and it's getting nice out, and parents like to have their kids get out and get fresh
Mhm.
air.
Mhm.
But part of the concern is that when the kids are outside, if they're not watched strictly by their parents, they tend to want to congregate
Right.
and play and socialize as kids do, right? And it's important, I think, to a message to send to parents that social distancing includes our children, correct?
That is right. And we're seeing like the young children maybe are the ones that aren't showing the symptoms as much. So certainly wanting to keep the children apart. This is not a situation, where we'd want to be having groups of children gather and play. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. The weather is getting great, but if you can stay in your yard, play on the lawns. We have Easter coming up, so anything that's going on with Easter can happen on your own lawn within your own household and those family members. And it really is, the critical time to continue with these messages and to really work at and focus on staying safe. So certainly, keeping that in mind as well for the little ones.
Good. And speaking of little ones, I noticed yesterday there was an update for a list of essential services, and apparently the Easter Bunny is not on the COVID-19 list of of things to avoid. So he's still allowed to make drop-offs. So I think that's good news. But nobody else should be dropping into their home.
That's right. And the Premier, and I know Chief, you have, you're supporting these provincial directions, and it's really good that I think we're following those, that the Easter Bunny is very welcome into the homes. We know he's taken all of those precautions, knows how to keep social distancing. He's probably so good that nobody's going to even see this Easter Bunny. So, you're gonna see the Easter eggs, you're gonna see the Easter chocolates coming to the homes. And it's going to be done safely. And we're going to keep up those measures, and let's keep COVID out, and let's have the Easter Bunny in. Okay.
That's really good news. That's perhaps some of the best news I've heard
Yeah.
lately. So just to end our conversation, I'd like to say a couple things. And one is a big shout out to the businesses who are abiding by our closures. I know that's a lot of hardship financially. But in today's circumstances of what we're faced with, we can't put a dollar value on it, and our public, our community's safety is in the forefront on this. So we have to do what we have to do in order to protect everybody in our community. Also, it's unfortunate, but there are fire bans that are in place right now, restricting open fires. But it's a good thing to know that our community, for the purpose of sacred or ceremonial fires, that is still permitted as long as we are made aware of when and where and what the reasons are. Also, our community is taking a step up on securing private security services to watch over our community during the off hours at nighttime, to make sure that everybody's property and personal safety is intact. And so we have a lot of things that are on the move, but we're trying to stay on top of everything. And heading into this weekend, do you have any closing messages before I let you go?
I think, just can appreciate all of the work and the diligent work that's going on in the community, and too want to reiterate, to wish everybody a happy Easter. This one, we are in extraordinary times, so we're going to have an extraordinary Easter, and really just continue. My big message is wash your hands, soap and water. COVID does not like soap, so it's a really good weapon in this, and please just practice those public health measures, and our staff are here to continue to support that and the community. So wishing everyone the best, a safe and happy holiday.
Thank you, and that's a great note to end on. So, and I will just say that this short-term pain is going to lead to long-term gain, and I can assure everybody in Nipissing that once it's safe to do so, and once this is all over, we're going to have a very nice and a very large social gathering, so we can all reunite as a community, and just tell, hug each other and know that we've all survived this, and we're all here to celebrate. So miigwech, Kim, thank you for taking my call today, and we'll talk soon.
Great. Take care.